Have you ever felt overwhelmed by the chaos of daily life and wondered if there's a simpler, happier way to live? If so, you're not alone. In today's fast-paced world, finding peace and fulfillment can seem like an elusive goal. But what if I told you that by making a few thoughtful changes, you can transform your life into one filled with joy, contentment, and meaningful connections? In this video, we'll dive deep into the art of living simply and discovering true happiness. You'll learn how to reduce stress by decluttering your physical and mental space, embracing mindfulness to stay present, and cultivating gratitude to appreciate the little things that make life beautiful. We'll also explore the importance of nurturing meaningful relationships, reconnecting with nature, and maintaining both your physical and mental health as you age. If you are not subscribed, I recommend subscribing and activating the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. Living simply isn't about stripping away everything you own or making drastic, uncomfortable changes to your daily routine. It's not about sacrificing your happiness or sense of comfort. Instead, it's about making intentional, mindful decisions that align deeply with your core values, bringing you closer to a life that feels truly fulfilling and authentic. At its heart, simplification is a journey, a process of shedding unnecessary baggage, both physical and mental, to clear space for what truly matters. It's about embracing the freedom that comes from letting go of the distractions and clutter that can drown out our deeper desires and passions. Start by looking at your home. Does every item truly serve a purpose? Or are you holding on to things out of habit or guilt? When I first embarked on this journey, I was amazed at how much unnecessary stuff I had accumulated. Things that no longer served me, but which somehow still occupied precious space in my life. Begin by simplifying your surroundings, whether it's clearing off a shelf or donating clothes you no longer wear. Let go of items that don't hold genuine meaning or bring you joy. As you declutter, you'll feel a weight lifting off your shoulders. It's as though every item you part with makes room not just physically, but emotionally and mentally, for something more meaningful. The stress starts to melt away, and you're left with the things that truly matter to you, creating a home that nurtures your peace and well-being. And just as you declutter your physical space, it's essential to simplify your mental space as well. Our minds can become crowded with endless to-do lists, obligations, and the constant hum of what's next. Simplifying your schedule is just as vital. In this fast-paced world, we often overcommit ourselves, believing that being busy equates to being productive or successful. But it doesn't. Learning to say no, to gracefully turn down things that drain your energy or don't serve your true purpose, is one of the most powerful acts of self-care. By saying no to the things that don't align with your values, you make room for the things that truly bring you joy, peace, and fulfillment. You allow yourself to breathe, to be present in the moment, and to savor the activities that nourish your soul. In a world that constantly urges us to do more, have more, and be more, it's easy to forget that happiness is not something to be chased or attained through external means. It's not a prize to be won. Instead, happiness can be found in the quiet, everyday moments that surround us, if we choose to slow down and notice them. When I stopped rushing, when I permitted myself to simply be, I began to see life through a different lens. One that's filled with small, beautiful moments that are easy to overlook when we're caught up in the hustle. A warm cup of coffee in the morning, the soft glow of sunlight streaming through the window, the sound of birds singing outside, the feeling of cool grass beneath your feet as you walk in the park. These moments hold so much joy, yet they are often dismissed as too small to matter. But they do matter. They are the building blocks of a happy, meaningful life. The key is to be present in each moment, to truly feel and appreciate the beauty in ordinary things. When you embrace a life of simplicity, you begin to see that happiness is not something you need to chase. It's already here, waiting for you in every small, tender moment. living intentionally is the path to discovering this hidden joy. When we stop trying to fill our lives with endless possessions, distractions, and busy schedules, we create the space to connect with what truly matters. And in that space, we find the simplicity that leads us to peace. A life of simplicity isn't empty or lacking. It's full, rich, and brimming with love and contentment. A truly fulfilling life thrives on growth, transformation, and evolution. It's not a static existence, but rather an ongoing, vibrant journey that continues to unfold in new and unexpected ways. Learning is a vital part of this journey, and it never stops, whether you're in a classroom or not. Education doesn't end with a degree or diploma. It's a lifelong pursuit, a spark that keeps the mind invigorated, curious, and always searching for more. There's something deeply satisfying about embracing the challenge of learning, no matter what form it takes. Whether you're learning a new language, trying out a new hobby, exploring different perspectives through a book, or diving into a completely unfamiliar subject, each step forward is a step toward broadening your understanding of the world and deepening your experience of it. I truly believe that every opportunity to learn, no matter how small, is an opportunity to expand not just our knowledge but our hearts and minds. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment one below to let me know that you are still here with me. Incorporating learning into your everyday routine can make such a difference in how you see and interact with the world. Even if it's just a small, consistent effort, whether it's reading a few pages each day, picking up a new skill on the weekends, or simply engaging in thought-provoking conversations with others, the process of learning has a unique way of instilling a sense of joy and accomplishment. It's not about how big or formal the learning is, but about the richness it adds to your life. Every new piece of knowledge is a treasure that colors your world in new shades, fills you with excitement, and challenges you to keep evolving. And it's never too late to start. Learning is a gift that can be embraced at any age. The joy of discovering something new, of pushing yourself to adapt, grow, and challenge your own boundaries, is something that remains exhilarating throughout our entire lives. Equally important as our physical health is the health of our mind. In the hustle and bustle of daily life, it's easy to overlook the importance of mental well-being. Yet, without it, everything else falls apart. Our mental health is the foundation upon which all other aspects of our happiness and well-being rest. It's not always easy to prioritize, especially in such a fast-paced world that often demands so much of our time and energy. But taking care of your mental health is essential, and I can't emphasize this enough. Practices like mindfulness, meditation, or seeking therapy have a profound, transformative power in helping us regain balance and restore peace of mind. They're not just about managing stress, but about nurturing a sense of inner calm and emotional stability. I know, from personal experience, that when we neglect our mental well-being, we are unable to fully engage with the joys of life. But when we care for our mental health, we're not just able to cope, we're able to thrive. And sometimes, seeking help, whether from professional or loved ones, is not a sign of weakness, but an act of incredible strength. There is no shame in putting your mental health first. It makes everything else in life, work, relationships, hobbies, and passions, so much easier and more meaningful to navigate. One of the most profound practices for cultivating happiness is gratitude. The simple act of being thankful can transform our entire outlook on life. When we shift our focus from what we lack to what we have, we open ourselves up to a wealth of joy and appreciation. Gratitude has the power to turn even the most ordinary moments into extraordinary ones, filling our hearts with warmth and contentment. It's easy to get caught up in the struggles or challenges we face, but when we pause and reflect on the blessings in our lives, no matter how small, we begin to see the beauty that surrounds us. I've learned that being grateful, not just for the big milestones but for the little things too, can create a ripple effect of positivity. It's a practice that deepens over time, turning our hearts into magnets for happiness and peace. Gratitude is far more than just a simple practice. It's a powerful, life-altering mindset that has the incredible potential to transform the way we see the world. When we take just a moment each day to pause and acknowledge the blessings in our lives, whether they're monumental or minuscule, we unlock a profound shift in our perspective. It's not always easy to notice the good amidst the chaos of daily life, but even something as simple as a radiant sunset, the warmth of a kind smile from a stranger, or the precious gift of waking up to another day, can have a remarkable impact on our hearts. Gratitude invites us to focus not on what we lack, but on what we already have, and that, in itself, is a source of immense peace and joy. The practice of gratitude is not merely a fleeting trend, but a powerful tool for personal growth and emotional well-being. It can reduce the weight of stress, elevate our levels of happiness, and even deepen our connections with others. Through consistent practice, we can train our minds to spot the beauty in life's simplest moments, finding joy where we once might have overlooked it. I firmly believe that when we cultivate gratitude, we open ourselves to a life that is richer and more fulfilling, not because of what we acquire, but because of what we choose to appreciate. It's a shift from scarcity to abundance, from dissatisfaction to contentment. We begin to realize that true happiness isn't about having more. It's about embracing what's already present and savoring every precious moment. As we explore the deeper philosophy of living simply and finding happiness in the little things, we must acknowledge the delicate balance that must be maintained to achieve this lifestyle. Embracing minimalism does not mean stripping away all the things that bring joy and fulfillment. Quite the opposite. It is about intentionally choosing what is truly important, what nourishes the soul, and letting go of the clutter that no longer serves us. A minimalist approach invites us to reconnect with what matters. The relationships we cherish, the experiences that shape us, the personal growth we continuously strive for, and the spontaneous moments of joy that make life truly remarkable. Achieving this balance is not always easy, and it requires a deep level of mindfulness and intentional decision-making. We must learn to allocate our time, energy, and resources with care, making choices that align with our values and goals. I've come to realize that life becomes so much more meaningful when we let go of the things that drain us and make space for what truly nourishes our hearts. It's a continuous process of self-reflection, where we ask ourselves, what brings me peace? What sparks joy? And, perhaps most importantly, what will allow me to live a life of deeper meaning and connection? Ultimately, embracing a simpler, more fulfilled life means accepting the inevitability of change. Change can be uncomfortable, even unsettling at times, but it is also the catalyst for growth and renewal. To live simply and happily is to be open to the ebb and flow of life, and to recognize that change, however difficult, is an opportunity for transformation. I've learned that the more we resist change, the more we remain stuck in patterns that no longer serve us. But when we choose to embrace the unknown, to trust in the unfolding journey, we permit ourselves to grow, to learn, and to experience life in its fullest, most vibrant form. Change is not our enemy. It is our ally on the path to living a simpler, more joyful life. Slow living presents a profound and transformative path to peace and tranquility in a world that relentlessly glorifies hustle, competition, and constant motion. In a society where the speed of life often overwhelms us, this lifestyle offers a gentle invitation to slow down, to breathe, to simply be. It's not just about doing less, but about doing more with intention, deliberately carving out time to focus on the things that matter most. Slow living urges us to step away from the noise, simplify our routines, and prioritize quality over quantity. It encourages us to savor the small moments that usually slip by unnoticed, relishing the taste of a homemade meal, taking time to truly listen to a loved one, or simply pausing for a moment of mindfulness amidst the chaos. This lifestyle asks us to be present, to fully engage with our daily experiences, and to embrace the now rather than rushing through life in pursuit of an elusive future. In my opinion, slow living is not a rejection of ambition, but rather a recalibration of our values. It's a conscious choice to place importance on the richness of experience rather than the accumulation of achievements. It's a call to not merely exist but to live deeply, authentically, and with purpose. By choosing to live slower, we reduce the stress and anxiety that come from the constant pressure to do more, to be more, and to achieve more. We open ourselves to greater emotional and spiritual depth, cultivating connections that are more meaningful and grounded in mutual presence. This shift not only nurtures our mental health, but also offers us a much-needed refuge from the demands of an overstimulated world. It's in the stillness and simplicity that we often find our true selves. Living simply, then, is not about deprivation. It's about liberation. It's about letting go, both physically and mentally, of the excesses that weigh us down. By shedding the clutter in our lives, whether it's unnecessary possessions, draining commitments, or toxic distractions, we create space for what truly matters. And when we make space, we discover an abundance of joy in the small, often overlooked things. It could be as simple as taking a quiet walk in nature, sitting down to read a book without interruptions, or just breathing in the beauty of an unhurried morning. In my own life, I've found that living simply brings me closer to what I truly value, helping me focus on my passions, my relationships, and my inner peace. It's not about cutting back, but about choosing what is meaningful and letting go of the rest. Living simply, in this sense, also leads to a sense of financial freedom. The constant pull of consumerism, with its never-ending cycle of wanting more, can make us feel as though happiness is tied to the acquisition of goods. Yet, in reality, true happiness lies in the opposite. In the mindful choices we make, in the things we say no to say yes to what truly enriches our lives. By embracing this philosophy, we free ourselves from the chains of materialism and find contentment in the things that bring joy, experiences, relationships, and self-fulfillment. It's not about depriving ourselves, but about choosing wisely, living with intention, and cultivating a life that's rich in what truly matters. And ultimately, slow living is about embracing the present moment. It's about living life, not rushing through it. In our fast-paced world, it's all too easy to get caught up in the whirlwind of deadlines, responsibilities, and constant busyness, often at the expense of truly experiencing the moment. But when we choose to slow down, we reconnect with the present. We cultivate gratitude for the here and now. We begin to notice the small joys. The sound of birdsong in the morning, the warmth of the sun on our skin, and the laughter of children. In choosing to live slower, we are not rejecting the world around us, but rather engaging with it on a deeper level. This philosophy is a gentle reminder that life is not a race to be won, but a journey to be savored. In my heart, I believe that the pursuit of slower living is the antidote to the exhaustion and burnout that so many of us face. It's a way to reconnect with ourselves, to rediscover the joy of simplicity, and to find peace amidst the hustle. It's a radical act of self-care, a commitment to living with purpose, presence, and authenticity in a world that often pushes us to do the opposite. In today's fast-paced, constantly connected world, the importance of rest and reflection cannot be emphasized enough. It seems like we're all caught in an endless cycle of tasks, responsibilities, and distractions, where the next obligation is always just around the corner, waiting to consume our time and energy. We often find ourselves so deeply engrossed in the rush of daily life that we forget to pause, to simply breathe. Yet, I truly believe that rest and reflection are the anchors that keep us grounded, balanced, and mentally healthy. These moments of pause allow us to reset, recharge, and, most importantly, reconnect with what matters to us amidst all the noise. They are not just about resting our bodies, but also about nurturing our minds and spirits. Taking time for rest is far from a luxury. It is an essential component of well-being. Whether it's as simple as taking a short nap, escaping for a weekend retreat, or spending time in quiet solitude, these moments of peace can help us combat the overwhelming mental and physical fatigue that builds up over time. In silence, we often find the clarity we need to understand ourselves better, to make better decisions, and to prioritize what truly matters. Reflection becomes a tool for self-awareness, guiding us to better understand our emotions, our values, and the things that drive us forward. It's a practice that invites us to evaluate not just our circumstances, but our own inner lives, so we can live with greater intention and purpose. The truth is, without rest, we cannot be our best selves. Without reflection, we lose the ability to see the bigger picture, recognize our growth, and realign our actions with our deepest needs. In the midst of all this, embracing simplicity is another key to living a fulfilling life. In a world that often celebrates excess, material wealth, and endless consumption, the idea of simplifying can feel almost revolutionary. Yet, it is in simplifying our lives that we often find the greatest freedom. Letting go of unnecessary possessions, commitments, and expectations creates space, not just in our homes, but in our hearts and minds. Imagine the freedom of reducing your work hours, or shedding those social obligations that no longer bring joy. Picture the peace that comes with decluttering your living space or simplifying your schedule. For me, simplifying isn't just about minimizing physical stuff. It's about focusing on what brings genuine happiness, contentment, and peace. It's about making room for more of what truly matters. Quality time with family and friends, nurturing personal passions, and savoring the simple beauty of life. By shedding the excess, we make space for the things that nourish us. As we navigate the inevitable passage of time, building meaningful relationships becomes even more essential. The older we get, the clearer it becomes that the connections we nurture, whether they're with family, friends, or even ourselves, are what truly shape our lives. These are the bonds that provide warmth, comfort, and meaning, especially during the more challenging moments. They remind us that we are not alone, and that love, kindness, and shared experiences are the real treasures of life. As we grow older, these relationships become even more precious because they are the ones that withstand the test of time. In a world that often seems to prioritize speed, success, and material achievement, I find myself ever more grateful for the simple act of spending time with those I care about and building memories that will last a lifetime. After all, the greatest measure of a life well lived is not how many tasks we check off our to-do list, but how deeply we have connected with others and with ourselves. Embracing life's blessings through gratitude is one of the most profound and transformative ways to enhance our overall sense of happiness and contentment. It's fascinating how such a simple practice can have such a deep, lasting impact on our emotional well-being. We often get caught up in the rush of daily life, constantly chasing after the next goal or achievement, and in the process, we forget to pause and recognize the countless blessings that already surround us. But when we consciously make the time to reflect on the positive aspects of our lives, whether it's our health, the love of our family, the beauty of nature, or even the comfort of our home, we begin to realize just how rich and abundant our lives truly are. Gratitude is not merely a passing feeling. It's a mindset, a way of approaching life with openness, appreciation, and wonder. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment below to let me know that you are still here with me. Taking a moment each day to express gratitude, even for the smallest things, can shift our focus away from what is lacking and toward what is overflowing in our lives. This simple act of mindfulness helps us stop dwelling on what we don't have and instead nurtures an attitude of abundance. For instance, when you wake up in the morning, instead of feeling frustrated by a long to-do list or dreading the tasks ahead, take a moment to appreciate the warmth of your bed, the roof over your head, or the fact that you woke up to another day. The more we practice this, the more natural it becomes to notice and be thankful for the countless little blessings that come our way each day. These blessings, though they may seem small on their own, add up to create a life that is rich, meaningful, and full of joy. It's amazing how something as simple as taking time to acknowledge and appreciate these moments can completely transform how we experience life. This mindset of gratitude doesn't only improve our happiness, but studies have also shown that it has profound effects on our mental health, relationships, and overall well-being. People who regularly practice gratitude tend to have stronger, more positive relationships. They are more likely to express kindness and generosity toward others, which, in turn, strengthens their social bonds. Gratitude also leads to improved emotional resilience. In moments of stress or difficulty, when it's easy to feel overwhelmed by the weight of negative emotions, the practice of gratitude acts as an anchor, helping us refocus on the things that matter most. It reminds us that even in the darkest moments, there is always something to be thankful for. Whether it's the support of a friend, the comfort of a familiar routine, or simply the breath in our lungs. On a deeper level, embracing gratitude opens our hearts and minds to the richness of life. When we are grateful, we don't just passively acknowledge our blessings. We actively welcome them into our lives. We open ourselves to receive the abundance that the universe offers, and in doing so, we create a ripple effect that extends to those around us. Gratitude fosters an environment of positivity, where we begin to see the good in others and the beauty in the world. It helps us recognize the preciousness of life itself, and in turn, makes us more compassionate, more understanding, and more connected to the people and world around us. In parallel, taking care of our bodies and minds, especially as we age, is a crucial aspect of living a fulfilling life. As we grow older, we become increasingly aware of the importance of maintaining both physical and mental health. We begin to realize that a healthy body and a healthy mind are intertwined. One cannot truly flourish without the other. Physical well-being supports mental well-being, and vice versa. When we engage in regular physical activity, whether it's a leisurely walk, a yoga session, or more intense exercise like running or cycling, we are not only strengthening our bodies, but we are also nurturing our minds. Exercise releases endorphins, which are natural mood boosters, helping us feel more energized and positive. It also increases our ability to handle stress, improves our sleep quality, and enhances cognitive function. However, physical health alone is not enough. Mental health is just as important, if not more so, in sustaining our happiness and well-being. As we age, it becomes increasingly vital to take care of our minds by managing stress, staying engaged in mentally stimulating activities, and fostering meaningful connections with others. Practices like meditation, mindfulness, and journaling can significantly improve mental clarity, reduce anxiety, and cultivate a sense of inner peace. But perhaps one of the most powerful ways to nourish our mental health is simply by staying connected with others, whether it's through family, friendships, or community. These relationships provide not only emotional support but also a sense of purpose and belonging. They remind us that we are never truly alone and that together, we can face the challenges of life with strength and grace. Ultimately, caring for both our bodies and our minds is an ongoing, lifelong process. It requires patience, consistency, and a deep commitment to our own well-being. Small, consistent efforts, like taking a short walk every day, practicing gratitude, or simply taking time to relax and unwind, can have a profound cumulative impact on our quality of life over time. The journey to maintaining good health, both physical and mental, is not about perfection. It's about progress and self-compassion. And beyond that, finding meaning in our daily lives by nurturing a sense of purpose is another essential element in leading a truly fulfilling life. Having a sense of purpose gives us direction, keeps us motivated, and provides us with the inner strength to overcome obstacles. Whether it's through our work, our passions, or our relationships, knowing that we are contributing to something greater than ourselves fills our lives with meaning and significance. It's not always easy to discover what that purpose is, but when we do, it becomes the driving force behind everything we do. It pushes us forward on our journey, encouraging us to embrace life's blessings, take care of our health, and always remain grateful for the beautiful, intricate tapestry of life that we are fortunate enough to experience. In today's fast-paced and ever-changing world, letting go of clutter, both physical and mental, has become an essential practice for anyone seeking a life of serenity, fulfillment, and purpose. We live in an age where the demands of work, social media, family, and personal ambitions constantly pull us in different directions. It's so easy to accumulate things, both tangible and intangible, that weigh us down without us even realizing it. Physical clutter fills our homes and offices, while mental clutter invades our minds, creating unnecessary stress, confusion, and anxiety. But here's the truth. When we choose to simplify, when we consciously clear the clutter from our lives, we open ourselves up to a whole new world of peace, joy, and freedom. For me, this process of decluttering isn't just about organizing a space or cleaning out a drawer. It's a deeply personal journey of creating room for what truly matters. It's about shedding the excess, whether that's material possessions we no longer need, a packed schedule that leaves us feeling exhausted, or negative thoughts that hold us back from moving forward. I've come to realize that simplicity is not just a trend or a lifestyle choice. It's a form of self-care, a way of respecting ourselves enough to stop allowing the noise of the world to drown out the things that give our lives meaning. When you declutter your space, your mind becomes clearer. When you declutter your mind, your heart opens up to the things that truly enrich your soul. Think about it for a moment. How much of your life is taken up by things, tasks, and worries that don't serve you? I know for myself, the weight of material possessions can be overwhelming at times. There's the temptation to keep up with trends, to buy more, to hold on to things, just in case we might need them someday. But when we let go of all this excess, we don't just make space for physical freedom. We make room for emotional and mental freedom as well. By simplifying our possessions and our thoughts, we give ourselves the freedom to focus on what brings us joy, what nurtures us, and what adds real value to our lives. This might mean reducing the number of items in our homes, but it also means letting go of the old grudges, the doubts, and the self-imposed pressures that prevent us from being fully present at the moment. One of the most profound aspects of living simply is the clarity it brings. When we remove the distractions, we can better see what's important. The people we love, the experiences that nurture us, the passions that drive us. Simplicity gives us the space to reflect and to grow. I've noticed that, with fewer things to worry about, I feel more at peace, and more in touch with my true self. I've found that the simpler my life becomes, the more room I have to appreciate the little things. The way the sunlight filters through the trees, the warmth of a hug from a loved one, the laughter shared over a cup of coffee. These moments, though small, have a depth and richness that can't be found in the chaos of a cluttered life. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. And then there's the question of adaptability, which I believe goes hand in hand with living simply. Life is constantly changing, and to live well in this ever-evolving world, we must be flexible, open to change, and willing to let go of the old to embrace the new. I've learned that resisting change only adds more clutter to our lives. Emotional clutter that keeps us stuck in the past, unable to move forward. Instead of fighting change, we must learn to flow with it, to allow ourselves to evolve and grow stronger with each new challenge. Whether it's adjusting to a new job, moving to a new city, or dealing with unexpected life events, adaptability gives us the strength to face life's uncertainties with grace and resilience. It's a reminder that change doesn't mean we lose ourselves. Rather, it means we allow ourselves to become more fully who we are meant to be. As I've grown older, I've come to realize that the ability to find joy in the simple things is one of the most valuable gifts life offers. There was a time when I thought happiness had to be tied to big accomplishments or grand gestures. But now, I see that true joy often comes from the smallest, most mundane moments. A walk through a quiet park, the sound of birds chirping in the morning, the embrace of a loved one. These are the things that fill my heart with gratitude and contentment. I've come to believe that joy is not something that can be chased. It's something we cultivate in the moments we experience. The more we focus on these simple pleasures, the more we realize how much beauty and meaning there is in the ordinary. I think we've been conditioned to think that life should be filled with constant excitement, adventure, and achievement. But in my experience, the real richness of life is found in appreciating the small moments, the ones that might otherwise be overlooked. Whether it's sharing a laugh with a friend, savoring a quiet evening at home, or taking a deep breath and simply being present, these little moments create a sense of well-being that no material possessions or external success can provide. In a world that constantly encourages us to consume, achieve, and move faster, living a simpler life is a radical act of self-care and self-awareness. It is about choosing to slow down, to embrace what truly matters, and to live with intention. For me, this journey of letting go, of simplifying, of adapting, and of finding joy in the small things, has been one of the most rewarding and transformative experiences of my life. And I believe that anyone, no matter where they are in their journey, can find the same peace and fulfillment by embracing simplicity, letting go of the clutter, and making space for what truly makes life beautiful. As we've explored today, Embracing simplicity and letting go of the clutter in both our physical space and our minds can truly transform our lives. Whether it's reducing the things we own, simplifying our daily routines, or choosing to let go of negative thoughts, the freedom and peace that comes from simplifying is truly invaluable. Embracing change and adaptability, and learning to find joy in the small moments, also remind us that life is about the journey, not just the destination. These small shifts can lead to a life of greater satisfaction, resilience, and happiness. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What have you learned from today's video? Is there one thing you feel inspired to practice in your life? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear how you plan to bring these ideas into your daily routine. If you like this video, don't forget to leave your comment below, and remember to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more inspiring content. Thank you for watching, and I can't wait to hear how you start simplifying your life.